and welcome to the Reboot Show newsfeed. This week, joining me is Luke Stow, our resident technology panelist, and I'm your host, Amy Smith. How are you doing, Luke?
Yeah, really good for Friday, Amy. How are you?
Yeah, good. That Friday comes around so quick every week, doesn't it?
It does. It's been a busy week in technology, hasn't it?
It sure has. Now, I heard of a new law this week that potentially may come into effect, and it's affecting some of the biggest tech giants that are out there in terms of some of these companies. And they've been told that there might be a bit of a monopoly going on and a bit of a monopoly happening in the market. So tell me a little bit about that. What did we hear in the news this week?
Yeah, look, I'm not sure we needed a 16-month congressional hearing over in the US to work all that out. But yeah, the gist of this is that because of that congressional hearing, there's been some outcomes of that, and it was pretty interesting. You know, the Democrats, obviously, there's an election going on over there right now, and there was the Democrats are obviously pointing some figures saying that there are some antitrust type behaviours going on from some of the major suppliers in the world. So the people that were involved or the companies that were involved and named were Google, Amazon, Facebook, and Apple. Obviously, four of the biggest names in technology that you can think of. Pretty interesting outcomes.
Yeah, and do you think this is just kind of like a political play, or is this something that we need to be concerned about? Because, you know, these tech giants, they do hold a lot of power in the market. So does this have legs, or is it just kind of one of those political plays given the time that we're in?
Yeah, look, I think it's obviously political systems are pretty concerned about you know, how fast and how big these companies have become and how much power they now wield. I think is a concern to most governments of the world, let alone the governments of the US. But as consumers, I think we enjoy some good things from these companies. I'll just go through quickly what they said. So the major themes of this were, you know, for Facebook, they said they've got an overwhelming monopoly on social networking, and that they use that power to pretty much kill off any threat, any competition, or acquire or change behaviours so that they can control that space. For Amazon, they talked about the fact that they control the you know, online selling and online shopping, you know, global economy, and pretty much was saying to them that they're anti-competitive with third parties. You know, also Google, they say, you know, you control the search environment and you treat other parties unfairly. So you create environments where your search and your content is favoured above everyone else. And then for Apple, they basically said that you, through your app store, you know, you see off competitors and you know, lie in your own pockets because you favour your products above everyone else's. So that was sort of the four big sort of comments they made. Look, I personally think it's just businesses doing well for themselves in a free market. And look, yeah, they probably need some type of check, but being able to compete and win in your own market, I think, is part of what's there from you know, a competitive point of view. And being able to do that as a business, I think, is quite important. And for consumers, you know, I think Amazon came out with a comment that said, you know, we allow third-party products to be sold on our sites right alongside of our products, and so there is no competitive bias there. We basically allow those products to be sold, you know, just as much as our products, and you know, pricing then gets driven in that competitive marketplace. So look, I think consumers get a good deal out of this, but we'll watch this space, this congressional hearing and the findings of that. I'm sure that'll play out over the election as it starts to ramp up in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, absolutely one to watch. And I loved how you mentioned the, you know, competitiveness of being in business. You know, it wasn't too long ago that these were just startups and no one had ever heard of them, and now they're dominating the market. So, you know, from a business standpoint, I get it. And then also from a consumer standpoint, you get it as well. So yeah, it'd be one to watch for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, the other thing that's popped up this week was in Singapore, they had an International Cybersecurity Week. And one of the things that came out from that was this real focus on cybersecurity from a global perspective. So what were some of the things that were discussed? What were some of the concerns, and what do we need to really look out for moving forward when it comes to global cybersecurity issues?
Yeah, look, I thought this was really interesting, particularly on the back of what we've seen happening within cybersecurity on a global stage point of view. We do know that politically this is a very hot topic at the moment globally.
Yeah.
We've had, most countries' leaders come out and say something about cybersecurity, whether it be related to COVID-19 vaccines being stolen or data breaches or just cybersecurity as a whole. Yeah, this was at the Future of Technology conference in Singapore. The Minister of Communication and Technology came out, this is a Singaporean minister, and said, look, we need to have a global agreement here around a global set of rules around cybersecurity. And we need to collaborate with each other as countries rather than tackling it country by country. We need to form together on a global stage and be able to set some governance and some rules in place for cybersecurity. I think that's a great idea. We too often go to a standard or a set of rules that are being applied by one government, and they're quite different. And so I think getting some collaboration and some agreement across the world would be a good step. It's a pity we didn't think about this a little while ago. This is the issue with technology. It's moving so fast that we forget about the governance and how we're going to manage it until sort of there's some issues, and then we have to quickly put some things in place to make sure we have it under control. So I think that's a good suggestion, and we'll watch that with interest.
Yeah, absolutely. And what are some of the keys, things that needs to happen in order to make that happen for different countries to sort of come together in that collaborative space around cybersecurity? What are some of the challenges perhaps they have to overcome to do that?
Yeah, look, I think standards in cybersecurity, particularly with 5G and Internet of Things and all these, industrial Internet of Things, moving forward in leaps and bounds, I think we'll see there's a need to have some better controls in place. So whether they do that through something like the World Economic Forum or they choose one of the existing world governing bodies to try and make this happen, I'm not sure, Amy, but I think there's some choices there about how they can bring some of those already existing bodies and perhaps add in cybersecurity to it, or they could start from a clean sheet and create this from scratch. I do think this is a great idea, and there are plenty of examples of where the world has come together to put some things in place to govern, various different things like, water, food, health, the Health Organization, for example. And so I think one in cybersecurity would be easy for them to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's kind of that, like you said, sort of chasing your tail after everything's happening. It's kind of how do we keep up and how do we keep ahead of the curve and overcome some of these challenges in real time, as things continue to move. So definitely some interesting insights that came out from that this week. And, speaking on cybersecurity and some of the issues that pop up in regards to privacy, now Amazon have brought out a product this week that has sparked the antennas for a lot of people in terms of some privacy issues potentially. So what have they announced in terms of a product that has caused a few people to get up in arms about their privacy?
Yeah, I love this name, Amazon Ring. It's sort of, Amazon Ring. So basically this is a flying drone that is inside your home, and it's a streaming. It has a camera and it streams to your mobile phone. So for security, you can have this drone flying around your house, and it basically sends images and footage directly to your mobile phone. So if you've forgotten to turn the oven off or the iron's still on, or someone's breaking into your house, or the pet dog Rover is misbehaving at home, you can see it on your phone and you can do something about it.
The parents are checking up on their teenagers that they leave at home.
Yeah, what a great idea. I mean, you can see this being used for lots of evil reasons, but let's say it's going to be used for good. So Amazon Ring, it's $249, so it's pretty reasonably priced, and it connects directly to your mobile phone. And Amazon thinks this is one of the first steps of having a lot of drones in your home. We've heard about the drone vacuum cleaner that cleans your home, and you've got to have a special spot now. You've got your broom closet. I'm not sure where you keep your drones. We'll perhaps have to rethink that. We need a special place for them. Interesting.
I think we need a whole new wing off people's kitchens or off their laundry as like a drone storage cupboard now for all these things that are popping up. That's a great one. Will you be using one in your home, Luke?
Well, not sure I'm in for an Amazon ring yet, but we'll wait and see. I'll keep my eye on it. It's an evolving story. But it's been a busy week again in technology. And I know, Amy, you and I are appearing soon on a utilities forum as well. When's that?
We definitely are. 14th of October. I'm really looking forward to this. It's 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Times. And we're bringing together some real experts in the space. And we're really talking about the future of utilities and what that looks like. And I know I'm really excited for the discussion, as you are. So if anyone that is listening to this is interested in coming along and checking that out, make sure to find it on our LinkedIn page, follow the Reboot Show on LinkedIn, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel here. Connect with Luke and I as well on our profiles on LinkedIn, and you'll find all the details on how to register, because I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah,
it's going to be good. We've got Kelly James from Salesforce Industries coming from the US, and we've got Jan Lindhaus, who's Capgemini. He's the regional utilities expert for Capgemini. So I'm really looking forward to it as well. You got your questions prepped?
Ready to go. Ready to go.
Yeah, I knew you would. Just remember the easy ones for me, all right?
Yeah, I'll send you all the easy ones. Don't worry, Luke. That's fine.
Okay.
No, really looking forward to it. Thanks so much again for the wrap up of the newsfeed for the week. Some really interesting stories there. And if you're listening to this and you've enjoyed this, make sure to jump on next week as well. We're bringing the latest news every Friday, and subscribe to the Reboot Show to see past segments and future segments to come. Thanks so much, Luke.
Subscribe. Bye.
See you later. Bye.